Okay, y'all. I did it again. I'm just up here talking, guys. And you guys always forget to put this daggone thing on the stage because StreamYard used to automatically pop it up there. Now I keep on forgetting to put it up there. I don't know why they changed that. But anyway, welcome to Shades Tube, guys. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy and blessed Saturday to you guys. I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. Thank you, Jermaine, for sending me that text and everything. You know, this girl is on a whole nother level at times. But anyway, y'all, sorry about being a little late. I was in here. Y'all know I'm still unpacking, trying to get everything situated in here. I had to go downstairs and sweep the bathroom because that's where we keep the cat's litter box at in my son's little bathroom downstairs. And so, you know, you have to clean it a couple times a day because you don't want it to be, you know, messed up. That would be unfair to him and to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I had to clean that up, and then I had to, you know, plug up my fragrance because I don't leave those plugged up overnight or when I leave. So I unplug them, then I plug them back up. I had to open up all the blinds, the door, you know, let some fresh air in. And I was just looking at the neighborhood and stuff. And I was like, this is a beautiful neighborhood. Everybody get up on Saturdays and Sundays and do they mow their grass, even though mine was mowed Thursday, but they some of these people get up on Saturdays and they start doing yard work. And that kind of reminds me of when I lived in ATL, not exactly in ATL, but you know, Atlanta is the major city. That's why I'm saying that. And people would get up, you know, in Keller, Texas too, they did the same thing. They would get up on Saturdays, and on the weekends they would do yard work, wash their cars, all type of stuff, you know. And then all these trees, and you can just walk to the park, to the duck pond. You got these ducks walking all around. You got the golf course. It's really beautiful over here. I'm so happy to be in this neighborhood and to you know, have this house. It's a beautiful house. I was looking at it last night and this morning. And this morning I got up and I opened my blinds. All you can see is the palm trees in the back and, you know, the waterfall and all that. And I was like, this is so damn nice. It's not nice as the dude's house I went inside of on, I think that was Tuesday, who invited me in. Usually I don't go in people's houses, but certain people, you know, when they invite me, want me to see their house, I can go inside because I get a good, you know, feeling from them. And he was one of those types and stuff. And this house is absolutely gorgeous. And that damn backyard is like a resort. Okay, mine's is nice, but his look better than this backyard. Plus, he's buying his house. He owns his home too. But his backyard is off the chain great. I mean, damn. I was like, wow. And then I looked at his fire pit because we have a fire pit. And I was trying to figure out, what do you put in a fire pit besides making a fire? So I looked at his and realized what you're supposed to put in there. So I'm going to put that stuff in there. I don't know if I'm going to ever use that fire pit because I don't know how to use it. But I may use it, you guys. And I may do a video and roast some marshmallows and stuff. So we may do that once I look on YouTube and figure out how you do it, or either I can ask my handyman, he'll tell me how to do it as well. And then I got to find the filters. I think I found one filter. I don't know for sure if that's a filter. So when the handyman comes by, I'm gonna ask him where the filters are in this house so I can change the filters and stuff. This house is really nice, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. All this crown molding and everything else, all these damn alarm systems. It's really, really nice in here and stuff. And I got it decorated. That bathroom, man, I can almost live in my bathroom. Okay, it's so beautiful in there. I can almost live in that bathroom the way I got it decorated and stuff. But yeah, so that's what I was up here doing, you know, doing stuff in this house because, you know, y'all know in a minute when I take them to the movies and probably come back for a few hours or two, y'all know Shades Tube gonna be gone until later. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try to do whatever I got to do, you know, when I come in. And since I won't have to do a live tonight, I can probably do some more because I'm trying to hurry up and get this house done. It's supposed to have been done Friday, but of course I didn't have enough time to do it all. So hopefully by next Friday, everything will be done. And then I'll go in there and fix that daggone garage up with them crooked ass pictures I got up on the wall. Y'all, Shades Tube cannot put a picture on the wall for nothing. And Jermaine, the reason why I did not line the backsplash up in the kitchen, I realized that the way it's cut in the way I didn't know how to cut it to make it match. So I just put it up there the way I knew how to. You know, obviously it would take somebody who does it all the time. But since last night I put the other one up, I kind of finally realized you need to stay in the pattern. And so I did the one inside my actual little small bathroom. You know how you have a bathroom inside the bathroom? That one I messed up on a little bit, so I put butterflies across it. But the one that's on my wall inside of my regular part of the bathroom, it looks good. I actually did that one 100% right. I just got to figure out how to cut this other piece and put it up there, and it's going all the same way. So I didn't put that piece up yet because I got to figure out, you know, how to do it and stuff so it can look nice and stuff. But yeah, I love this house, y'all. It's so beautiful. It's so refreshing. The cat, I cannot believe how the cat loves this house. I just cannot believe it. I don't think she liked the other house like that. I mean, she eventually grew into liking it, but I don't feel like she liked it like she likes this one and stuff. And then, you know, my daughter went to the park and stuff to read. It's so nice. You can actually go to that backyard and you can read as well. Yeah. But anyway, y'all, what are y'all doing so far this weekend? Y'all going out shopping, you're working, you're going out with your husband or wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend. What are you guys doing this weekend? You know, I was thinking about going up to Corona and walking on that trail, but they going to the movies, so I'll probably do it another day because, you know, I have to do it before it get too hot. You know, I haven't been to that trail. Like, I think I took pictures and put it up online. I don't know, but I'm going again. You know, I'm gonna go again because it's pretty. You know, nature, you guys. You need to take some time out and you know, enjoy nature and stuff, and take a walk. You know, and things like that. You know, you need to do that because there's nothing like being outside, taking a nice little walk through the mountains if you can, or through the park, or at the duck pond. It's really beautiful. It clears your mind, brings a lot of positivity into your life, and get off YouTube sometimes and take time out to enjoy life, point blank. All right. So again, happy and blessed Saturday. Thank you, Jermaine, for tuning in and being here. Thank you, Young Riz, aka Drip King. Thank you so much. How you doing, Young Riz? How you doing, Jermaine? Most Hated Bronze, thank you so much for coming here and showing support. And how are you today as well? All right. And guys in the bushes, thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you guys are having a great day. And everybody who watches this in the replay, I hope you are having a fab day as well. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I forgot to screenshot the day going what I'm talking about today. I forgot to do that, but I think I remember. So this is Saturday Fuccery, you guys. Saturday Fuccery. Saturday Fuccery. Saturday Fuccery. Saturday Fuccery. All right. Anyway. It's crazy as heck. We're going to talk about Co Gotti, you guys. Sorry about that. It's Co Gotti. And y'all know I like that song. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay. He said, oh, Lord, the devil's got a hold on me. Something like that. I got to listen to it again. And then go, oh, Lord. Something like that. So I'm going to play a very small snippet of that again because I love that song. And some other songs he does too, but I don't want to play all his songs. I'm just going to do that one because I like that song, you know. And then I'm going to show y'all some videos from him. You know, he's talking about Boosie. I showed you guys that before, but I want to show it to you guys again because a lot of people perpetrate walking around here acting like they so much a friend or Mo3, and they are doing just what he said. Okay, and then he clarified the Roylee friendship with his brother. Okay, because you know somebody else said something totally different, and then he said some other things. So I want to play a couple of his videos that I have here, his interviews. All right, and we're going to talk about Pastor Floyd. I can't remember his last name. That may be his last name. Anyway, how he got unalived. Okay, at the bar and grill. And I want to tell y'all that story about that 7-year-old little boy who I think he was just had finished eating or was getting ready to go upstairs and eat his Happy Meal when he got shot in the head. All right, so we're going to talk about that along with some other breaking news. TikTok has been saved for a brief time again. I'll just tell you straight up that President Donald Trump went on and extended their time, so they got additional 70-some days, so it won't be banned because you know they're trying to get an American partnership or something like that, you know, so they can stay here and stuff. So he extended it for another, I think 70 or 75 days or something like that. So that's a good thing. So it won't be, you know, gone. So you're right. Free Diddy. Yeah, we're going to talk about some Diddy news, honey. Free Diddy. We're going to always talk about Diddy and not just, you know, negative way. Because, you know, we're going to talk about him in some positive ways too. Like, you know, when they dismiss a case or it's been dropped or whatever the case is, or, you know, definitely in that trial. I don't have any Yellow Beezy's updates, but we can go back over that real quick and see if there are any updates or about Young Scooter. But I'm going to show you guys that balloon drop again, you know, because, you know, I like Young Scooter, you know, from what I read and stuff. I forgot to look up anything that he did positive because they were talking about that. I was meaning to look that up and forgot. So I will do it on Monday. And just whatever other news we have. And of course, I'm going to give y'all some fuckery news. And that's on everything. So we're going to try to do all this before I get ready to go and take my kids, drop them off to the movies. Okay. So we got to go ahead and go through this kind of quick. and everything. All right. So let's go ahead and do a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content today, guys. All right. So make sure y'all listen. Make sure y'all do a thumbs up. Okay. Make sure y'all do a thumbs up so they can put this in the algorithm a little bit more. If you don't do anything else, do a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notifications. If you don't do anything else, okay, and try to share and leave a comment if you want to, the comment, but try to share too. So listen, thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos, and try to do a share and try to do a comment. That's fair. And if you want to do additional support, if you want to show additional support for this channel, you can do just what Jermaine said over here. So like he said, you can do a super sticker or a super chat, or you can do a membership for $4.99 per month, okay? And that membership will make it possible for you guys to participate in any special things that we have going on. Right now, I be putting up videos that are members only, but I keep them open, until, I get enough members and stuff. And I'm trying to be, fair and everything. Like those vlogs and stuff, those are really members only. Eventually I'm gonna change them over to that. Okay, and then I will do just special, like nobody else can see the videos except members. Okay, but right now I'm gonna do them like that until I get even more members and stuff. And then also, if you want to do a different type of donation, if you don't want to go through super sticker or super chat, you don't want a membership, you can always cash out, do a cash out at ShadesTube, at $ShadesTube. Okay, and thank you so much in advance for that, guys. All right. So let's go ahead and get ready to start with this Saturday fuckery stuff. Let's read Jermaine's other comment. This damn thing. Okay, that's his other comment. Okay. And let's get ready to start this show off, guys. Okay, let me go ahead and change these banners. Okay, it's up there already. So we're going to go ahead and start off with our first story real quick. Hold on. Let me get everything situated. This damn phone be going right back off. Let me tell y'all what tripped out stuff I did, what I did yesterday. So, I don't know why the handle is off on the inside of the shower. Like when you get in the shower, you can't get out. I mean, I got out, but there's no handle. So I went to I went to Walmart and got a handle. But the handle was like $10, a little plastic handle. I get home, try to put it up on the shower thing. They claim it's going to work. The damn thing fell right off. So that's going back to the store. And you know what I thought about? I said, those little hooks that you hang, y'all give it a laugh. You hang clothes on and stuff. I'm not joking. I'm going to the store and I'm gonna buy one, and I'm gonna get the command one, because the command one, it will stay up. And I'm not joking. I don't think I'll do anything to the glass, or will I? I don't think it's too hard. I may use that if it's not too, because I'm thinking about the glass. If it's not too, it should be, or I may just go get a handle and put it on there. I'm just trying to figure out. I don't see the holes for the other handle and stuff, so I got to figure out how I can do that. Or I may just get like a small round knob or something, a stickable one that's lightweight, because I'll probably need something lighter weight. But I'm still gonna look at those command hooks, because they do have some very lightweight ones, and you can use it. You don't really need that much force or anything. It's just enough to open it, and that's it. So I'm gonna see if that's going to work and stuff. I told you sometimes I'd be supplement stuff like that. Yeah, you say it's not going to work to a damn shower. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's so crazy, huh? Not even the command hooks, because you got the command shower thing that you put in there. Okay, I'm just, I guess you're talking about the regular one I was talking about. So what if I got a command shower individual hook? You think that'll work, Jermaine? Or just get the handle? I probably should just get the handle with my cheap ass, huh? Okay. Okay, I'm about to look around, because my ass is so cheap about certain things, y'all. Y'all just do not know. Certain things I'm not, but certain things I am. It's a hot ass mess. I be trying to, use other things instead of using the right things sometimes. But anyway, I could talk about, you said just get the handle. Okay, I'll just get the handle. Damn, man, you be hardcore, dude. Okay, I'll just get the handle. Damn, I'm scared I'm not gonna know how to put it on. Okay, but I'm gonna get the handle, the right things that go on it. I'll go to the I guess Home Depot and look for a handle, take a picture of it. The handle they got, ask them at Home Depot, and just go ahead and buy an actual handle and put it up there the right way before I tip the damn shower. They be looking stupid. Be up here telling y'all I done broke the glass or some shit like that, being cheap as shit. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, Jermaine, you're right. I already was cheap with the wallpaper, but the wallpaper actually looks good. You can't tell. But a damn handle like that, how I was trying to, rig it up, that's crazy. So thanks, Jermaine. All right, Jermaine been saving me a lot, you guys. He's been telling me how to do stuff. Y'all, when the garage at the other house, when the lights were all out because of that storm, and we got the garage, I couldn't let the garage up. I forgot how to get out of the garage, right? I called Jermaine up. He tells me, look for a latch or look for a string. I pull the string in the damn garage. No, I think you had to pull up the string. The garage comes up. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get my car out the damn garage. So thanks, Jermaine. Just like the day I ran over that damn hole, the nail. Of course, I called Jermaine up, and he helped me again because my ass be driving on flats, you guys. I told y'all, I drove all the way to the place, and that damn PSI was all the way down to 0. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It was a good thing that the tire needed to be changed anyway, because I messed that tire completely up. And I'm glad I had sense enough not to hit bumps or anything, because it would have, just went a piece. You know what I'm saying? That could have caused an accident. So the man was like, whenever your PSI, you get a flat, don't drive that car unless you like right there at the gas place. I mean, not at the gas place, but at the repair shop. Because I didn't know. I drove all the way there. I'm not joking when I said I did that. Yeah, I really did. I didn't know it was going to go out so quick either. That shit went from 27 or something all the way down to like 2. But by the time I got there, it was on 0. Y'all think I'm joking. It was on 0 PSI. Just like the day I was on the freeway. It was going out quick, but not like it did. That's when I was driving on the street. On the freeway, it went down too. But I'm going to tell you straight up, I did drive all the way to the gas station then. And, but I kept on watching the PSI. It was down at 10. By the time I got to the gas station, it was at, I think, like at 4 or so. So, yeah, I was blessed both of those times. Now, the second time I didn't mess up the tire. They was able to repair it. But damn, I can't believe I drove it all the way down to 0. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with the fly. Because y'all, I can talk all damn day. But anyway. All right, so first thing first, let's go ahead and go over Co Gotti stuff, okay? Let's go over his stuff real quick. And I'm going to do that little song like at the end just in case they try to tell me to take it down. And then I can just, well, maybe I should. Maybe I should listen to it and just sing a little hook of it myself a little bit just to tell y'all how it goes. If I pay like 1 second of it, because last time I did, they didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see. I may not be able to play it, but we will see. So let's do this. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to what Co Gotti said. What he said he wished he could tell his brother, Mo3, okay, or ask his brother. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at that first. Let me go ahead and turn this music down so we can hear him talk. Hold on. I got to hurry up, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all check out my other videos too in my reaction video that I will do today. All right, so let's go ahead and watch this. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to this. Hold on. Let me go ahead and put it on. Shit. Let me see. Would have shared it, but
if there was anything that you could say to your brother right now, what would you say to him?
Ooh, these claws.
Like, I don't know, but it's a lot I say. It's a lot I say. But me personally, bro, I be wondering, like, I be wanting to know who set the play up, bro. Honestly. I feel like he know. It's just honestly. At this mind frame that I'm in right now that you asking me that, yeah, so.
If there was anything that you could say to your brother right now,
so he said, let's stop this. So he said that if he could, he would ask Mo3 who set the play up. And honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to talk to him, but I mean, if there was someone he was alive or something, honestly, I think a lot of us would basically be asking that question. Let me put this up here too, Co Gotti, so everybody can know where everything is on this thing. I would basically be asking that. Plus, I would ask him did that car stop or what? And if it didn't stop, why did he get out? Why didn't he just do what I suggested before? Okay, that's what I would be, asking, to be perfectly honest. Let me read like maybe 2 comments here. Somebody said, I feel him. And then the other person said, just, prayers. I rest in peace to his brother, for his brother. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. But yeah, I would ask, him the same thing, who set the play up, if he knew. And again, why did his car stop? Did it stall? Or did he stop it? And why did he get out that car? Why didn't he just run straight into the dude? Shit, that's what I would probably ask. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, I gotta turn this. That's Biggie. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is another one.
Since we're talking about Boosie, but Boosie the realest.
This is about Boosie, okay?
Nigga that's claiming 3. That nigga had check on my mama, and he ain't never said it, and I ain't never said it. That's how you know he genuine with it. He check on my mama Mother's Day, birthday, shoot bread, since 5 years later. Nigga talking about this is my partner. That's the only nigga doing it.
That's real shit.
Only nigga. Out of all these niggas y'all are saying they 3 partners.
So it's a lot
getting paid for it.
So it's a lot of people using his name just for straight clout.
Nah, it's only a couple of them. It's only a couple of them. Like, I'm just saying, we speaking on this nigga. Since we talking about this nigga, niggas be saying that partner shit. Like, me getting into it with him made him go take Trey and them to the fair and show y'all niggas. Like, it's only one nigga that's saying they 3 partner that's being a partner and not getting paid for being a partner. You know what I'm saying? And to speak, since we're talking about Boosie the realest nigga that's claiming 3. That nigga had check on my mama, and he ain't never said it, and I ain't never said it. That's how you know he genuine with it. He check on my mama Mother's Day, birthday, shoot bread, since 5 years later. Niggas talking about this is my partner. That's the only nigga doing it.
I'm gonna stop right there. And the thing about it is that I played this for you guys once before, because a lot of people be claiming that they is Mo3's partner. You know, everybody wanted to talk about him. They never listened to rap before, and then all of a sudden now they listen to rap. They talk down about rap, but now they, you know, talk down about other rappers that passed on, like Dolph and things like that. Then now all of a sudden they want to talk about it and act like they all down with rap because they done looked up a little information and researched a little thing. Now they act like they know him. Okay, I don't like fake ass people. Okay, Shades to be listening to rap ever since I was little. Okay, that's even when I had my singing group, I did rap. I wrote rap lyrics. Okay, so I didn't just get into this. It's just that I'm not going to talk about a topic or a person continuously. Okay, like there's nothing else going on. And out of respect to for the parents and things like that, I'm just not gonna harp on like negativity. You know what I'm saying? In regards to some of these people who passed on, unless they did some things and I saw it, then I may talk about it a little bit. And that's just maybe then. You know, like a straight up herder or something like that, you know, I may say some things. But for like people like this, regular people, you know, or people I know, whatever the case is, or know of, you probably won't hear me say too much negative about them, point blank, you know, out of respect, you know, for their family members, and especially when they have kids and things like that. You know, that's why a lot of Diddy information you won't see from me or hear from me. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you will because of what he was charged, what they allege he did, or whatever the case is. But certain things you just won't hear me talk about. So yeah, I feel, you know, Gotti, when he say there's a lot of fake ass people out here, you know, some fake people. That's what he said and stuff. And he said that Boosie is a true one, because Boosie, you know, called his mom on her birthday and did other things, and he didn't talk about it. He didn't brag about it on YouTube or anything. He just kept it on the down low, as you should. You don't need to tell everybody everything you do with somebody like you looking for recognition. You know, you do it on a down low. You know what I'm saying? If I knew them and I was talking to them, you guys probably wouldn't even know. Besides me having him come on my show so I can talk about that song because I like it and talk about some other little things. But as far as if I got him on my show, I'm not going to question him about his brother, like, you know, like that. I would basically be talking about that song, his entire, you know, track, you know, that whole entire track. And I would just basically be talking about asking him what, you know, did his brother's car stop? Do he know? I would be asking questions like that. You know, I wouldn't be like too invasive. Certainly not bringing up no weird stuff. So I'm glad he came out and did this interview. And he basically clarified some things. Let me read 2 or 3 comments. Somebody said, say what you want about Boosie, but he's always been 100 with the people he got love for and their families. And he never talk about what he does for them. And that's good. You know, I commend Boosie for that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, some of these people get up here talking about they represent Mo3, they love Mo3, but they talk about every daggone thing they did or they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And letting the whole world know. You know what I'm saying? And acting crazy and stuff. Somebody said Boosie 100. Boosie just a real solid dude. Bro, OG for real. And then another commenter said Boosie did a shout out to Mo3 at the Millennium Tour in Fort Worth on Friday. And so that's good. So, you know, that's showing love as well, especially when you mean it. And I really feel like he meant it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner, and AKA Rainbow. And you know, that's true on everything. Okay, I'm gonna put it like that. Somebody said not Rain, but Boosie is show enough hit different. Okay. And somebody said that's what's up. Boosie's been 100. Love for Boosie. So, and then somebody else said Boosie Mo 3, your blood, brother, street family, period. All right. Let me read this other comment. Somebody said he know Rain was involved in his brothers. You know what? I told y'all, don't believe the hype. 100, 100, 100. And then one more. Somebody said respect, bruh. That's all I listen to, Mo 3 and Boosie. All right. So it is what it is. You know, like I said, I'm glad that he came out and he said this in this interview. And that's why I played it a second time. All right. So let me show y'all his other, another one that I have here. Hold on. I got off the whole page. Okay.
Were him and Roylee
So
really
wait,
friends?
so this is Co Gotti speaking on Mo 3 and Roylee friendship. Okay. I can never say his name right.
Was that really friends?
Let me do this. Let me change.
Like, were him and Roylee really friends?
Was that really friends?
Was they really friends? Like, were they really good friends?
I don't know why people be saying that. Yeah.
I just wondered because we recently did an interview with Rainwater, and he said they wasn't cool like that. That was mostly he was Roylee's friend.
Yeah. But when it comes to shit like that, it be like, bro, I know my brother 3 really genuinely with Roylee. Like on some whatever him and Roylee had going on. Like,
so that was a real relationship.
Yeah, he fucked with Roylee the long way. We was in, I think Houston, him shooting that Black Youngster video right before Roylee died. Roylee FaceTimed him and shit. And that I could tell by his spirit with him, he had a genuine connection with Roylee. Roylee a comedian, 3 really a comedian too. Like, he probably met him through Rain and took a liking into Roylee. Then you gotta understand Roylee taking up for him when the whole city was saying,
right.
That's gonna 3 one of them type of general military type. So now I'm standing on business for you because I feel like you standing on business for me. It's like, you know, 3 generally fucking Roylee.
Were him and Roylee really friends?
Was they really friends?
Was they really friends? Like, were they really good friends?
I don't know why people be saying that. Yeah.
I just wondered because we recently did an interview with Rainwater, and he said they wasn't cool like that. That was mostly he was Roylee's friend.
Yeah. But when it comes to shit like that, it be like, bro, I know my brother 3 really genuinely with Roylee.
Okay, we're gonna stop it right there. Okay, so you just heard it out of his mouth. He said that Roylee and Mo 3 were friends. Okay, so I don't care what you guys hear from other people. It came straight from his brother's mouth that they were friends. You know, I don't know why somebody would say they weren't. Okay, one commenter said Rain was not too real. Okay, Ahmad said 3 told 3 personally on many occasions. 3 told me personally on many occasions that Roylee was his partner. So if Corey, you know, Gotti, Co Gotti, said this, it's true. We all been connected with each other since birth until now. All right. So that's somebody who knows Mo 3. At least he claims he does. Okay. Another commenter said all guy hardcore first. Fact. Okay. Somebody else said you can't believe too much of what Rain say. Never trust a fast talker. Some fast talkers you can trust. It just depends on the individual. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, because some people talk fast because of the region they're from. Like I, you know, talk fast at times. So you can trust me. All right. So some people you can trust, you know, even though they talk fast because it, you know, the way you talk depends on where you're from. You know, there's some people who talk slow you can't trust either. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when people talk slow, they talking slow so they can have more time to concentrate on them daggone lies they're about to tell you, okay? And I know one person in particular who don't talk fast, and that's exactly what this person does, be lying. You said Rainwater just say anything. I don't know why everybody still takes him serious. I don't know. I do not know. I think, you know, maybe he say stuff too to get more notarization and stuff like that, and to keep Mo 3's name alive, I guess, and things like that. And I guess you just never know why people do things. Until they have actual proof, though, I'm not here to accuse anybody of doing anything, you know what I'm saying? Until the FBI or whatever, police or whatever, you know, the district attorney or whatever, prosecuting attorneys, until they have proof to show some things that people are involved. I can't go off of what, you know, everybody else thinks and rumors. Okay. I'm not fat. So what you talking about? Anyway, you say fast talking buzzer. I don't give two shits, Jermaine. And I'm not trusting no slow talking ass porcupine looking ass dude. All right. And that's on everything. Somebody said him and 3 look alike. And there you go. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to the next. They should look alike because they're brothers. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next part of this interview. All right. Let me go back. Okay. Let me make sure that's not the one I just showed. Hold on, let me turn this down. Okay, that's the same one I just showed. Okay, let me go to the last one. Oh, let me bounce this up. Okay, let's do that. I got to do that on my. Okay, let me turn this down. I'm up here looking at the damn videos, y'all. My butt always be looking at stuff. So this is a different one here. What's going on here? Oh, this is old right here. I want to watch this. Okay, let me go to the actual video because I'm going to look at that TikTok videos. Okay, so this is Co Gotti telling us why he never cleared the speculation that Rainwater set up Mo3. Let's listen to that real quick. Hold on. Let me stop this right quick. Okay. Yeah, whatever. You gonna get your ass blocked up out of here too, wigger. All right, and that's on everything. Okay. I don't care about you being no head mom. I'm gonna block your ass. All right. You know what I'm talking about. All right. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's go and watch this, y'all. Ain't got the daggone camera on. Hold on.
Nobody defended him.
Wait, let's do this. Let's rewind this.
Be on that, right? But hear me out on this, right? The world came and ran and was like, you had something to do with Mo3's death. Nobody defended him from the family side. So I said, look,
rewind like Vlad. I got on y'all shit. I got on y'all shit and said them people just talking rain with real nigga rain. I trying to save face for the brand. You know what I'm saying? Because I never felt like he did. If I felt like he did, nigga, it'll be fucking nigga be on Wartime Rain.
Okay.
Feel you on that, right? But hear me out on this, right? The world came and ran and was like, you had something to do with Mo3's death. Nobody defended him from the family side. So I said, look,
rewind like Vlad. I got on y'all shit. I got on y'all shit and said them people just talking rain with real nigga rain. I trying to save face for the brand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I never felt like he did. If I felt like he did, nigga, it'll be fucking nigga be on Wartime Rain.
Feel you on that.
Okay. So he just told you guys that he does not feel like water had anything to do with his brother's unaliving. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? You know, not saying that he didn't do other things, but he is saying, you know, like on a business partner level, he is saying he does not feel like Rain had anything to do with it. You know, he didn't feel like Rain set him up, and if he did, he would have probably handled that. He said that he just went along. I think he was saying he just went along with everything because of the money, the bread. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think about that? Let me read a couple of these comments. No, let's see. Okay, so they didn't really have to. Somebody talking about where did he come up with the name Co Gotti? Probably part of the other Gotti's name, or you know, then you got the monster or something who was named Gotti or something. I can't even remember. And somebody said they said F that. The real question is, where was he at? He wasn't with his brother. I mean, Mo3 should have had some security with him, okay, point blank, so he could have got out that car while he was driving. He could have, you know, did what he had to do and stop that dude in the other car, if you know what I'm saying, if you catch my drift. That's what he needed the security for. And then maybe none of this would have, you know, happened, but they still probably would have tried again, you know. So you just have to, you know, keep on doing stuff to stay out of the way, you know what I'm saying? Because they're still going to try to come at you. Then you may have to go after the person if you know who it is. You know how that goes. That's why I say, you know, all this street stuff probably need to cease, because he would just say if he wasn't even gotten, since he know that a person's trying to terminate him, he probably would have went back after that person. And you almost got to. I hate to say that because you got to, you know, take care of the other problem before they take care of you. That's why it's not good to get into these in type of things, these situations, because it puts you in a hard position. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get yourself out of these positions. I mean, you almost got to like move to a whole nother daggone country because you can't say another state or city because they'll follow you there. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't see this ending well in any case, okay? Because either, you know, if he would have gotten away, you know, would have got hit or anything, and just say if he saw who it was, he would have, you know, retaliated and probably took them out. And then somebody would have came back after him. This I'm saying, this would have been back and forth until everybody is gone. You know, so that's why I don't, you know, think they should be basically entertaining and stuff. Once you start getting your career goals in place and they be accomplished, and you get all this money, you get this fame, you get all the things that you want, I feel like you should be leaving that stuff alone anyway and concentrating on excelling instead of, you know, putting yourself in situations where you may not be here to enjoy that. And you should certainly be thinking about your family first. Right. You say all I know is arguing with your deceased friend's family is not a good look. It definitely isn't a good look, and I don't know why that would be done. Okay, but then it goes back to what Gotti said from the beginning when he said basically a lot of people are fake and they're just in it for the money and the fame themselves. They're making a name for themselves off of his brother's demise. Okay, and so that's what that goes back to, you know, and off his brother's hard work, because that's what that goes back to, you know, when people can do that, you know, out of respect, you shouldn't be arguing with anyone or even talking about the family in a negative way. That's why you're not going to hear me up here talking about this dude, what he did, other than, you know, like I said the other day, whether he got bodies or not, I'm talking about Mo3, you know, I still, you know, don't think it's right what happened to him, you know, and certainly when I watched that video over and over and over again, you know what I'm saying, when I could see it clear. Because before I just seen a blurry vision of it. But when I looked at it clear, it was like totally, you know, different and stuff. All right. So we just heard Co Gotti. All right. Let me play. I don't know, guys. Let's see. This song, I love this song. Hold on. See if this is it, right? Oh, this is Country Rain. This is Country Rain. Yeah, that is. Hold on. Let me see if this is the one. No, that's not it. I think that is. Let me see what I did with his song. Was this it right here? Let's see. Oh, let me show y'all Mo3's son dancing at his grave so y'all can see this. Hold on. I'm not gonna play the song, okay? That's him dancing. Of course he's dancing off his dad's song, okay? That's so cute. This with this person. I don't know why YouTube don't allow us to play certain things, but I guess the music company is the one saying no to it. Cute. Okay, he's cutie. All right. I'm not playing that. We got Mo3's Last Call on the Highway, Part 3. I'm not going to revisit that at all, guys. Okay, they just put this up here. They're talking about rainwater now. So we're not going to play that. I was looking for the song. I don't know what I did with it. Let's see. What did I do with the song? 1, 2, 3, 4. Knowing me, I probably didn't even share it with myself. Let me see. Nope, let me make sure. What did I do with it? Hold on, y'all, for 1 second. Trying to see what did I do with it. Oh, here it is. I'm just only going to play a very small part of it, okay? Let me stop it. Like a real snippet. I think you can play like 10 seconds. I'm not even going to go 10 seconds. So y'all need to check this out, though, if y'all ain't already heard it. Wait, let me mute this. If you haven't already heard it, actually, what I'll do it at the end, okay? That way, if YouTube, I don't see why they would trip if I play 2 seconds of it. So we'll do it at the end, okay? If I don't forget. I played it once before, though. I really, truly did. Okay, so let's move on. If I can remember, Jermaine, remind me, and I'll play just a snippet of it. And then I'll play just a little part of it. Or maybe I'll put it on my TikTok in the background. You know what? I'll tell you what. I won't play it on here. What I'll do is put it on the background of my TikTok, not TikTok, but YouTube. On my YouTube shorts, I'll put it in the background. That way I can play it, okay? Because it'll be copyright. I mean, not copyright. It'll be what's the name? I'll have permission. All right. So yeah, I'll do it like that because I love that song. It's called "Oh Lord." So check it out by Co Gotti. Okay. All right. That's his new single. "Oh Lord." Check it out. All right. All right. So let's move on. My prayers and condolences are sent out to Mo3's family and his fans and his friends, and may he rest in peace. Continue to rest in peace. All right, so let's go ahead and move on from this topic right now and go on to the next topic. So the next topic that I am going to discuss, let me take this down real quick, is Pastor, what's the name? Pastor Floyd or something. Let me look up his name, guys, real quick. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Because that music sounds like it's up high. Okay, let's see here. Let me hurry up too, because this time is going by so quick. It's gonna be time for me to leave in a minute. Okay, his name is Pastor Ricky Floyd, and I was right when I said his last name is Floyd because it is. Okay, so let's take down Trap Boy Freddy, and let's put up Pastor Ricky Floyd. And I got another video to show you guys. Okay, and I'm gonna have to go through this kind of quick because I'm trying to make sure that I get this little boy in here. And then maybe 2 fuckery news stories, okay? Can't tell you everything today, but I'm going to try to tell you as much as I can. Oh, good, because I hear the music. All right, I didn't play Co Gotti's music, okay? I said I was going to put it on my YouTube short and just do a video, okay? If I don't dance to it, okay? In my backyard, we'll see. This "Oh Lord," you can just basically pray like or things like that too, or just do. I know how to do it. Either I'm going to do my haul to it or something like that, or show some sceneries and play it. It'll be something. All right. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get to Pastor Ricky Floyd. Anyway, this video I'm getting ready to show you guys. Let me turn this music down a little bit. I know you said you can hear, but I can hear very well over here. So this video I'm about to show you guys is Pastor Ricky Floyd when he was about to be shot and unalived at a Memphis bar. This video was recorded by Samantha outside Mama's Bar and Grill on March the 12th. Police said a confrontation started inside the bar and continued outside the bar, and attorneys claim that the woman who shot and unalived Pastor Ricky Floyd did it in self-defense, but prosecutors argue she went to her car, got a GUN, and returned to the confrontation. So they did charge her with voluntary manslaughter. So we're going to look at this real quickly. Okay, this is the lady right here. And we're going to do this quickly too, because I definitely want to talk about that little boy. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this video real quick. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. Why are they on this damn TikTok thing? Hold on, y'all. Let me let this thing update. Okay. Wait.
I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know, back the back. I'm telling you, you know what? I'm backing back 3 times now. When I do that, you know, back the back. I'm telling you, you know what?
Okay. So let me just read a couple of these comments and then go from there. Okay. And we'll do this for about 10 minutes, then move on. Okay. Somebody said he put himself in that situation. Okay. His actions say this isn't the first time he tried to intimidate and lay hands on someone, someone, woman or not. He provoked this as much as she did, and she warned him multiple times. And then somebody else came back and said, yes, but the problem was she wasn't armed at that moment. If she was, she could have said she feared for her life and defended herself. in self-defense. She went to her car to get a GUN, and then she came back. That was the wrong decision, because at the moment she could have simply got in her car and separated herself from the situation. And the thing is this person is correct. Yeah, this pastor Ricky Floyd should have never been walking up on her doing the most, up against a woman. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't go back to your car. Okay, go get a GUN, then go back to confront this dude. You should have had that there. Okay, when he did it. That's the only way you can really say that's 100% self-defense. You can't wait till afterwards and then go run to your car and get a GUN. Much like when men be fighting women, like in domestic relationships, you say the dude hit you, or even a woman hit the man. But we're talking about men right now, though. So say the man beat the crap out the woman. Okay, then he left or whatever the case is, or you got out of it. And then he walked out. You can't go and get a weapon and run behind him. Okay, then after that, because he left you alone. You should be calling the police, and locking the door, getting yourself out of that situation if you have the opportunity to. But if you had that GUN and you did it while he was doing it, then that could be self-defense. So I can see why they probably, why she's been charged with involuntary manslaughter. Somebody said, I'm sorry, but what I see watching this video, she was giving him 3 warnings. That was self-defense, no matter how you look at it. Just look at how he was addressing her. Yeah, it is. I mean, as far as him walking, what we see. But see, in this video, it's not showing the fact that, this was the first confrontation, I believe. And then the second confrontation, I guess, I don't know, she went to her car to retrieve her GUN. Okay. And that's what they're talking about. I don't know. Let me look up the actual entire story real quick. Okay. Let's see. That's the video. Let me look it up. Pastor Ricky Floyd, right? Hold on. Let's look up the whole thing. Okay. So this lady does have a June hearing charged in his unaliving. Okay. Let me look at this real quick. So let's see. This is her in court. Okay. I wish they would have made this picture a little bit lighter, but it is what it is. So they did do a preliminary hearing date, which has been set for June the 4th. Okay. Let's see. This happened 3 weeks ago. He was shot to in South Memphis outside a bar. Like I said, she is facing a multiple charge of, not multiple. She is facing a charge of voluntary manslaughter for the fatal shooting. Again, this is a mugshot of her right here. I hope she gets off though, because even though she went back there and got that GUN, I hope she gets, off or whatever the case is. He should have never been doing what he did. So on Wednesday, she was released from custody weeks after posting her $100,000 bond. All right. So let's see here what they're saying. This is the video again. Somebody said if she did not have that video, she would wear the scarlet letter. Basically, no matter how the case turns out. But in this particular instance, God's grace was on her, said Marion's defense attorney, John Keith Perry. So let's see. So you know what? This argument stemmed from, they was arguing over the Bible. All right. That's crazy. And I'm going to use a different word because I don't know how I say that word, but they were having a little discussion that turned into a negative discussion over the Bible. Okay. And that led to he is a pastor, Ricky Floyd's unaliving. So let's see here. Let's see exactly what happened. Let me go to that actual story real quick. I got to hurry up. Okay, let me do it like this. Okay, let's see here. So they got into an argument. This lady is 42 years old too, you guys, okay? They got into an argument, Samantha M. Marion, about gender roles in religion inside the restaurant. in bar before it spilled outside and escalated. What? That is crazy, you guys. Hold on. Let me see what they got here. They said that she was in fear when she shot and unalived Floyd outside Mama's bar and kitchen on March the 12th. Let's see. And they say in that video, it does not show the incident that night in its entirety. Like I said, we don't see what happened after the clip ended, and Marian's lawyer only tells a portion of the story about what happened before. Okay. So they said attorney John Keith Perry says Marian had just met a man police identified as Stephen Newsom. They tried to reach out to him, but did not get an answer. And they said that his acquaintances said that he was sitting at the bar with Marian. And then at the other corner of that elbow was was Pastor Floyd, said Perry. And before that evening, Marian had never met Pastor Floyd. All right. So anyway, she got into an intense discussion. That's a good word to say, intense, with Floyd over the Bible, with the pastor. So Pastor Floyd evidently had some, I call them tracts, but the small magazine publication that are of a religious nature, and passes them to the people that are at the bar. So he was there passing out those little tract things they pass out. Okay, that's what he was there doing, the pastor. So they say we are also told the argument centered around how Floyd could tell anyone anything when a pastor, was at this bar and grill at 1 a.m. So they was like, he can't tell nobody anything because he was there. They said we are also told that Samantha Marian was getting the best of him in that intense discussion. No, they were not in a relationship. She was there with another dude. The pastor was there passing his tracts out at 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay. And then remember, I just said the pastor and Mary and the lady, they got into an intense discussion that escalated. So then they said Perry said that Floyd grabbed his magazines and stormed out because he got mad over the argument because the lady was getting the best of him. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. The lady, Marian, was getting the best of him in that argument. You know what I'm saying? So they said that they do not remember exactly what she said, but there was no, or what he said, but they said, but there was no kind of threat coming from her. No, or I'll see you in the parking lot or anything like that. Okay, she didn't say any of that. Now, according to Perry, Newsom tried to stand between Floyd and Marian. And when he stood in front of Floyd, he knocked him to the ground. So when the dude she was there with Marian, the dude Marian was there at the bar and grill with, he got in between the lady and Pastor Floyd. And then when he got in between the lady and Pastor Floyd, he knocked Pastor Floyd to the ground, because I'm thinking that Pastor Floyd must have been all up on Marian. And then this witness, I guess, said he's backing up 3 times now. When I do that, back the F up, back the F up, back the F up. No. That's the woman said that. She said, I'm bagging back 3 times now. When I do that, back the F up, back the F up, back the F up. Okay. And that's what Marian was just heard saying in that video. Okay. I don't know why he kept on walking up toward her like that in the first place. If somebody tell you to back the F up, stay your ass back. But see, like a lot of some of these men, he chose to show, that he ain't taking no shit, and he was gonna walk up anyway. And then he got himself unalived. And then Floyd was shot and unalived. Okay, so Newsom reportedly told acquaintances it all happened very quickly and left him nervous. He said she was well within her rights to stand there in a parking lot, well within her rights to video the license plate of a man that just assaulted a friend of hers in her. Okay, so this lady, the witness, telling everybody, I wish they would write this correctly. That's the lawyer saying that she was well within her rights to stand there in a parking lot, well within her rights to video the license plate of a man that just assaulted a friend of hers and her. Okay, so she went out to the parking lot, I guess, to get a picture of his license plate so she can call the police and report it. So that's what her lawyer is saying. And she was well within her rights to defend her life because her life was absolutely in danger. So when they were showing that video, so I guess she had went outside, right? The man had stormed out too, though. So she must have went in. Okay, so when he stormed out after the argument because she was getting the best of him, he stormed out because he was mad, right? Allegedly. So when he stormed out, she must have went outside too to the parking lot. But she went out there to get his license plate number, I'm assuming, before the man left. So that's why we saw him get out the car, okay? So that's why we saw him get out the car. At least that's what I'm thinking. Okay, and then she told him to back up 3 times. He kept on walking toward her. So that's when she went on and proceeded to, shoot him, as like most people would do. So if that's what actually happened, I don't know how that could be involuntary manslaughter. If that is what happened, if she didn't just go out there to get her GUN, like the prosecutor is saying. The defense attorney is saying what I just said, but the prosecuting attorney said that she purposely went outside to get her GUN. So if the defense attorney can prove that's not true, then I don't see why she would even be charged with involuntary manslaughter either. But I'm not a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see how she could be, but we will see. And I'm definitely going to be staying on top of this case right here. Let me see what else they got real quick. So this is this dude right here. I'm thinking this is him right here, Pastor Floyd. I'm going to show a little small picture of him because I don't want to click on Facebook. That's him right there. That's the lady's mugshot. See, anytime you're talking about the Bible, you should never let it escalate to that. And him being a pastor should have never been all up in this woman's face, even get into an argument like that with her. You know what I'm saying? For real. And of course, a lot of church people are going to look at this differently. But if you look at this the right way, you would say it the right way. Okay, like I said before, first of all, he should have never been arguing with her over the Bible. Okay, it is what it is. He should have walked out and been done with the whole discussion. That's the first thing. Secondly, if she did walk out there to just get the license plate number, he should have just drove off. Let's keep it real. When he should have never got out that car and walked up to her. And just say, even if he did, once she told him to bag up, I'm warning you, bag up, he should have bagged up and got in his car and left, point blank. All right? So it is what it is. Let's see here. So I think this is the same dude, the senior lead pastor, I believe. I don't know for sure if this is the same dude. So, So let's see what they're saying right here. So, like I said, her defense attorney is saying that she was scared. She probably was. Okay. Yeah, this is the same thing I just went over. And the guy, Newsom, that's the dude who was giving his account of the story, okay? And he is the dude that Marianne was sitting with at the bar. So that's why he knows exactly what went on, okay? Or either one of his acquaintances is the one that's speaking. Okay, I don't know for sure if that was Newsom speaking or not, because they got something different right here. But it could have been one of Newsom's friends who was speaking for him or whatever the case is. So tell him what he saw. So yeah, like I said, she got into an intense discussion with Pastor Floyd over the Bible. He had the tracts with him and stuff. The Bible tract, these they pass out. And he was passing it around to people, And then I guess she was like, how could he tell anybody anything when he was at a bar and grill at 1 a.m.? But he could have been there eating. I mean, he could have been there eating, or whatever the case is. And that really, something you shouldn't be worried about. You know what I'm saying? But to have an actual argument over the Bible and all the other stuff that goes with it, and then let it escalate to the point it escalated is just plain ridiculous. As a pastor, I still feel like he should just walked away. And then as a man, he should have walked away. Why even argue with a woman like that? You know what I'm saying? Let her say and be gone. But like he would still be alive. Like I said, it just does not apply to rappers. It applies to anybody. You know, anytime you get into these intense arguments, just go ahead and leave. You don't need to prove that you're the big man or the big woman. Just go ahead and leave. Because when you lose your life, you can't bring it back. Okay? Or if you get seriously injured and be paralyzed or anything, you can't bring that back. You know, you can't bring the use of your legs back. Sometimes you can, but a lot of times you can't. If you get incarcerated, you're going to be there for a long time. You're going to miss out on everything that you've accomplished. So it's not even worth it when you look at it. All right? So I will keep you guys updated on this case, keep it on my phone, probably screenshot it so I won't forget, and check it to see what the updates are. And she will be in court again, I think I said on June the 4th. So, of course, I'll be looking to see what happens there as well. A lot of cases to follow, guys, a lot of cases. Now, let me go ahead and move on to, my condolences are expressed out to his family, friends, his congregation, to his colleagues, and whomever else who knew Pastor Ricky Floyd, all right? And my condolences are expressed out to them as well, all right? And my prayers are sitting out to the lady, too, because I actually believe that she thought she just was scared of this dude. And it was just a little argument that just escalated to this, period. I do feel like he should have been, walking up on her like that when she warned him. He should have paid attention to that warning, period. All right? You guys tell me what you think in the comment section as well. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to this young boy who was unalive. Well, I don't know if let me see if he was alive. I think he was just shot in the head. He's not unalive, thank God. Thank God. Let me keep this story about Suge Knight. I'm not going to tell you the story yet. I'll do it on Monday, but let me keep it. Let's see here. Hold on, y'all. I'm just saving that. Okay, now let me get to the little boy. Here it is right here. Okay. Let me just change this story right here. Okay, I'm just changing this, put this up here. Okay, in this article, they make it sound like he was at McDonald's, okay? At that particular time. They do that to get more views. Anyway, hold on. So a mother of a 7-year-old boy who was shot in the head by a stray bullet while eating a McDonald's Happy Meal has revealed his heartbreaking plea before being rushed to the hospital. Okay, guys? Okay, so let's see. This little boy, like I said, 7 years old. Now, the woman named by local outlets as Davina says she had been returning to her North Houston home from work Tuesday night with her 3 children when the horrifying incident happened. She told KHOU 11 that the youngster and his brother had ran upstairs to eat their food, chicken McNuggets, when gun, rings out. Davina said she found her son. They need to edit this. Davina says she found her son screaming and bleeding from a wound to the head. And let's see. She said, why he said to me in Spanish, God, heal me, please. Save me, please. I don't want to die. Do y'all believe this little 7-year-old knew to say that? That's what he said. He said, God, heal me, please. Save me, please. I don't want to die. Now, the boy was hit while sitting on the couch in the apartment. The bullet shattered a glass door and struck him in the head. The boy was later taken to nearby Memorial Hermann Hospital, where he underwent surgery for a fractured skull. As of Wednesday, he remained in the hospital while doctors checked for further potential brain damage. though he is expected to survive. Now, a neighbor says she heard the ring, and she ran to help, telling KHOU 11 that she had tried to keep the child awake while emergency services were called. Police said the bullet had come from a shootout between two groups of people near the apartment complex. Bullet casings and holes were found in several other buildings and in a nearby fence. It said we had apartments hit both upstairs and downstairs. The victim was in a downstairs apartment. That's according to an HPD representative who told the outlet. We have no witness, just the evidence of the directions of the shots that were fired in the different casing leads us to believe that it was two separate parties firing at each other. Now, investigators said multiple shots were fired from several different caliber weapons. Okay, and as of Wednesday, police were still trying to identify suspects in the case. Now, what do you guys think about that? I don't know what's wrong with these damn people. You know what I'm saying? And he's definitely smart. Somebody said, well, Wanda said, I dare anyone to tell me prayer doesn't work. This little boy knew exactly what to do, and his prayers were answered. This little boy knows Jesus saves him or saved him, and he knew there was a Jesus for him to pray to. And then, of course, we always get these idiots who comes back and then they have to say some crazy stuff. How do you know? Where's your proof? There's evidence from others that prayer works and their prayers are answered. But it seems as if you don't work nor are answered under why. Or maybe you just don't pray. The words say it's the okay. Okay, so I guess I misread this person's thing first. Okay, so her response is cool. It's the people that came before her response, okay? So the thing is, I don't know why people always say where's proof, but yet they don't have proof that aliens exist and they believe in it. They don't have real proof of Bigfoot existing, but they believe in it. They don't have proof that they're going to actually win that damn lottery either, but they still play it every single day trying to win all that money. There's a lot of things you don't have proof of and people believe in. So why can't you believe in God just because you don't physically see him? And we do have a lot of proof that God exists. You guys just don't see it. And that's just on everything. You wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for the Lord. Okay, and that's on everything. So I'm glad this little boy, is alive, and hopefully he does not have any brain damage. I'm going to see if I can find any updated information on him. I don't know if I will, because a lot of times with kids, they don't really follow up, but I do, hope that he makes a full recovery. And if he does have any type of brain damage, I hope it's nothing like can make him messed up all his life. Hopefully they can, correct it and it doesn't require additional surgery or anything like that. And so my prayers are sending out for this little boy and for his mom and his other family members. And I hope they do find the people who are responsible for this. I don't know if they will, but I hope they do. But more importantly, though, I do, offer all of my prayers for this little boy and his family, and I hope he makes a full recovery. Okay, regardless of what people think is true or not. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame when kids get hurt, and definitely, when they get unalive. And like I said before, I think they need to, I think they need to change stuff. And when you do stuff to kids, I think you automatically should be on the penalty. Point blank. All right. It sure is all around us every day. That's right. Okay. So let's go here, guys, and do a little bit of Fuccery news, and then we are getting ready to get out of here because I got to take them to the movies in about 15 minutes. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me change that. How was the walk? Oh. She back yet? Yeah. All right. All right, y'all. So here's some fuckery news. Fuckery news. Okay. All right. So here's some shocking claims on Sean Diddy Combs coming from Terrance Howard. Okay. So I don't know. It could be true.
Terrance Howard discussed his unsettling encounter with Sean Diddy Combs on the PBD podcast with Patrick Bet-David. The episode aired on April 4th and coincided with Combs' arrest in September 2024, related to suspicions of various sexual crimes. Howard recounted that Diddy had invited him repeatedly to be his acting coach, which took a surprising turn. Next thing you know, Diddy asks, "Will you help me? I want to hear your music," Howard recalled. Following their music session, Howard's assistant suggested that Diddy wanted to engage more personally. "I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it," Howard said, noting that he realized he needed to maintain distance. Reflecting on celebrity culture, Howard criticized celebrities who evade accountability. He expressed concern about stars who have succumbed to pressures that compromise their integrity. "When you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it," he stated. Howard lamented the pitfalls faced by many in Hollywood, emphasizing the perils of losing one's identity in pursuit of superficial desires. "You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man," he asserted. Howard warned that once actors compromise their principles, they struggle to reclaim their former selves. "Maintain your man card no matter what," he urged. He reiterated that he is a real man, responding genuinely to Diddy's advances. Howard's claims join a growing list of allegations against Diddy from multiple unnamed individuals who have accused him of serious sexual misconduct, including drugging and assault.
Okay, let's stop that.
Celebrities who were strippers before fame.
Okay, y'all doing a lot of shaking up there. All right. Anyway, so what do you guys think of that? I mean, I'm not thinking of that, but what do you guys think about that? Do y'all believe Terrance Howard? And I say anything is possible. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Now, it did say the manager was stating that, but I thought I heard a rumor like that once before. You said, okay. Somebody said Terrance is a pretty man raised by pimps. He's a nice looking dude. You know, he reminded me of this dude I used to date. Okay, back in ATL. You know, but like I say, anything is possible. I don't know what else to say about that. You know what I'm saying? It could be true. It may not be true. You say he is a known conspiracy theorist who lack any credibility. Woo! Jermaine be on it. I wish I could see the actual interview. Let me see if I can look it up on TikTok. Shit. Let's see. No, let's see if we can look it up. Let's see if we can look this shit up. Yeah. Oh my gosh. When is this was recorded? I'm about to play this for you guys 3 days ago. So he claimed, oh, I think I played this already. I'll play this on Monday. We'll say this for Monday. We won't play it today. I think I played it already because I remember talking about it. About rainwater, what he said. Okay, anyway, let me go and look up Terrance Howard interview where he said that what's the name, proposition him, I guess, or whatever. Okay, so let's see. Terrance Howard saying Diddy wanted him. Let me say wanted him. Let's see. I want to hear it out his mouth. Oh, here it is right here. Hold on. Let's listen to Terrance. No. Let's hear him say it, y'all. Hold on. This ghetto ass lady up here. I told you I can change back and forth for you guys. Hold on.
For weeks asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at it. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there, just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. Woo! That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman.
Tell them, Terrance.
When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room.
Say it, wait a minute. Say it, dude. Say it again. It's a difference when a man walks in the room. Okay.
Don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room.
Well, no, that's right.
That's always been my whole thing, and I've lost businesses because I don't bend over in that. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood? Because
no, I mean, I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the Chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. Hi, everyone. My name is Terrance Howard. I'm an actor, but in the field of science also. So if you...
Okay, let me stop this real quick. Listen, I don't give a shit what y'all say about Terrance Howard. Okay, I like him. All right. Yeah, he be saying some weird shit at times, but I like him. And I believe him. I don't care what you say, Jermaine. Let's read your little comment. You said, sad little man using Diddy's name because his career has stalled out and nobody wants his crazy ass. I can't do this. So go ahead, get your 15 minutes, but I promise it's not going to resurrect your DEAD career. Free Diddy. Woo, you be going in on people. Jermaine, I mean... Let's see what he was going to say at the end. Let me hear it.
If you'd like to connect with me, you can connect with me on Minect. The QR code is down below, and let's have a great conversation.
Okay, handsome. All right, I'm gonna connect with you now.
More videos like this.
Listen, invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there, and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? Just looking. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and play the music. He's sitting there, just looking at it, like waiting. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you.
Okay, so there you go. You say you don't believe him. I believe him. I don't care what you say. I believe him. All right. And there's nothing against the law about saying you want to F somebody. If somebody is bi, there's nothing against the law. It's about, when you're forcing people to do things. Somebody said he talked so softly and therefore Diddy thought he was, but he got it wrong. This dude has always been a no-nonsense type of guy. And that's what I know about Terrance Howard. I've been watching him for years, man. All right. Just because he talks soft and use correct English, it doesn't mean that he goes both ways. All right. Point blank. Let's see. Somebody said Diddy likes them handsome. Shit. Some of the people that accusing Diddy is not true. All right. That is not true. I think he likes whatever he likes. And you always remember that is in the eye of the beholder, the looks and stuff. Okay. That host listen, the face that host made tripped me out. Like I mean, it was funny, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Wait a minute, let me charge my phone back up. I mean, not my phone. Hold on, y'all. My watch. I forgot I had it on. Let's charge this back up. Y'all don't mess around. You guys are not gonna be going to the movies. This girl is late. Somebody said you believe Allie and everybody else. No, this is what Jermaine said. And one by one, they all have been proven to be liars. Okay. All right, Jermaine. But I still believe him until he's proven to be lying. So somebody said, so Lucius was not a character. Somebody said, clearly he used to live that life. I think he did used to live that life. When I looked up his thing, they say he played the Lucius character based on his real life. He was perfect for the character. Him and Cookie Lion have played the same characters in a very old movie before. Oh, really? On Hustle and Flow. Okay. Yeah, let's see. They say Diddy got taste. Well, yeah, Terrance Howard. Diddy got taste, honey. Because Terrance is a nice looking dude, especially when he was younger, man. Like I told you guys, I used to date this dude, and he looked like Terrance Howard. They could be brothers. They look like brothers. As a matter of fact, it's like all the time when I meet people that I date a person, they be looking like a celebrity that I like. But yeah, I always did think Terrance Howard was a nice looking guy. And I never thought he was, bi or gay or anything. I like the way he answered. He said a guy will do anything. They can go back and forth, but a man won't. They'll keep their manhood. Okay. What about when they go to prison, right? A man goes to prison and his manhood get questioned. Do you think in prison that still applies if a good dude is 100% man, but he get incarcerated, and then they challenge his manhood and they ask him about when he end up, doing fellatio or whatever. Do you think he's still a man, or what do you think about that? Somebody said, I love Terrance for being straight like that. I always had a question on him. Yeah, everybody did. They say he does not condone foolery. You can see it in his eyes. That's why I believe him. I believe him, but there was nothing against the law, like I said, that Diddy did right there. If Diddy is minus Diddy's, that's his business. Okay, as long as he's not raping anyone and things like that, Somebody said, I promise he's my favorite actor. I went bananas when Empire came out. I used to watch that every single week. I never missed the episode of Empire. Okay, that used to be the show. All right. He used to make me mad though sometimes, but yeah, it was a show. Okay. Somebody said, Mr. Lion Man card means everything. Salute. Big up, brother. Okay. And they said Terrance really fights against man-to-man misbehaving, and that's what a real man does. Right. They say he does not lie like him. And he said they said they like him for that. Okay. And just because he believes in some conspiracy theories don't mean he crazy. Jermaine, okay? And that's why he's not like really into no friendship with Diddy either. I was wondering about that. That's tripped out, man. That was some fuckery news though. And Empire did not suck. That was real good. Shut your mouth, okay? Yeah, right. He sure did. And he is not a liar. Shut your ass up, okay? It was not. I bet you couldn't get a role in it, nigga. Okay, and that's on everything. Y'all love to talk about somebody acting skills, and you can't act a damn role out for nothing in the world, not even a commercial. All right, so shut your mouth up. I'm sick of y'all. Okay, you in what's the name of that basketball team? Duke. All right. All right, get those cash apps up, y'all, and super stickers and super chat and memberships. All right, and likes and subscriptions and what's the other one? Notifications and sharing and comments. You shut your mouth, honey. Okay, so let me give y'all some more fuckery news. Because this dude is crazy as ever. He just like the stuff that come out that water, out that fountain right there. Nah. Okay, so like I told you guys on the TikTok ban, let me just play this video real quick for y'all. Okay.
They use a lot of audio as what the is.
Come along with me for a day in the life of a news reporter. Making a TikTok won't change, but who owns it must in order for it to stay in this country. I spoke with a TikTok creator and a social media expert just before President Trump announced the second extension of the TikTok ban.
Marketers should be proactive. They should be watching what's going on, be aware of these situations, and then also not putting all of their eggs in one basket to say, hey, we're just going to go all in on TikTok.
Although no one has bought TikTok yet, being owned by an American company can affect the existing algorithm that has helped users make a living off of TikTok.
TikTok's the only algorithm that I've ever seen work very well. I go on Instagram Reels and scroll on usually seeing random things that don't appeal to what I want to see.
To explain TikTok's Chinese algorithm, it is known as a user's For You page, which recommends content based on what that user interacts with most. Amber Rispin, a content creator, explains how other apps that are American-owned have a somewhat difficult algorithm.
It's like Instagram, YouTube even, and it's a lot harder to get your content to the right audience.
Yeah.
So they'll make money on those platforms.
Brisbane says TikTok stands out because they prioritize paying their own creators, which is possible when a creator has 10,000 plus followers and makes videos consistently that are at least a minute long. They then make money from users' views. This payment process could be affected if the app switches owners or goes dark like it did on January 19th.
Anything, it was more so stressful and just kind of a scare. Just the realization that my platform can just be gone and it's like my main source of income.
President Trump says his administration is working on a deal to save TikTok, saying, quote, "We don't want TikTok to go dark." In Eau Claire, Alani Claudio, WEAU 13 News.
Okay, so again, TikTok. Wait a minute, hold on. Damn it. Hold on. Messed up. So hold on. Let me see what he was going to say.
The clock stops ticking for TikTok.
Yeah, so the Trump administration agreed to extend the ban for another 75 days. Like I said before, between 70 and 75, but it's concrete 75 days. President Trump extended in his cabinet, extended the ban not to take in effect until another 75 days to give them enough time to get it sold or a partnership with an American company or whatever the case is. So hopefully that is successful because we want to see TikTok stay around. I do think it's a good app. What people do on it, parents be complaining about TikTok, but they need to take charge of their own kids and monitor their kids and stop letting apps, raise their children and stop making excuses all the damn time. I'm sick of these parents making excuses and saying social media does this to their kids when they are the one who they are the parents. That's what I'm trying to say. So they need to do what they need to do as a parent. Let's read 2 comments. Somebody said TikTok really ain't all that, but I guess. Somebody else said, oh, yes, it is. There is a huge community of people on TikTok that share very vital information that mainstream media keeps hidden due to censorship, which is why they want to ban it. Now, they only wanted us to be on the app dancing and acting silly. That's right. Somebody said Mr. Beast bio says new CEO of TikTok. So if this is true, you just heard it first here on Shades Tube that Mr. Beast bio allegedly says new CEO of TikTok. So I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Okay. There's somebody talking about Trump, and we're not going to read that. Okay. Somebody said people are already going broke or are broke, so please. Yeah, well, you know what? If you are a good content creator, or if you are a content creator that they choose to show and people like to see, and you're getting paid on TikTok, you wanted to stay there to keep on getting your income. Because once people start depending on the income, once they start getting that income, they start depending on that income. So I'm not going to be selfish and say because I'm not making money on TikTok that they should ban it. No, they should keep it there because again, people do be able to say stuff on TikTok where they can't say it on any other platform. You see what I'm saying? And then plus TikTok do show your stuff. They keep you in the right algorithm or whatever the case is. It's easier over there. When I do my Dollar Tree hauls over there, they go in that section. Okay, then I switch back to my dancing videos. It goes to those people. On YouTube algorithm gets mixed up. All these different videos that I do, they get mixed up. That's why I try to put the tags so it can stay in the right algorithm section. And, I don't know if that works all the time, So, yeah, I think they need to keep TikTok for many different reasons, and hopefully when they do get American partnership, that person, does the right thing. Okay, point blank. And I don't know if Mr. Beast is really, a CEO. That's what somebody claims. So we will see. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to some more effery news. Not saying that's effery, but let's go ahead and move on to some more effery news stuff. Okay, you guys. Okay. So in a Simpson, they claiming online that, hold on. Okay, they had a clip circulating online. Okay, and it fueled speculation that The Simpsons foretold President Donald Trump's unaliving on April the 12th, 2025. Now, that video claims to show a scene from the long-running animated series depicting Trump's lifeless body being carried in a coffin while political figures stand around him. They said there is no evidence that such a scene was ever aired, all right? Anyway, they said numerous false claims about The Simpsons predicting Trump's unaliving have gone viral in the past. In 2024, after the assassination attempt on Trump, a manipulated image resurfaced showing him in a coffin with the words R.I.P. Donald Trump 1946 to 2024. The image was debunked, and The Simpsons executive producer Matt Selman confirmed this scene never appeared in any episodes. Now, the latest viral video is just another in a long list of fabricated predictions. Since 2017, manipulated images and edited clips have falsely suggested that The Simpsons foretold Trump's demise. Okay, so they said that is false. If you guys have been seeing that clip go around social media, they are saying that is not true. All right, hold on for 1 second, y'all. Let me take my medicine. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Okay. All right. I had to check some, y'all. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. Okay. Okay, let's see what. Okay, so I got some more fuckery news, guys. Another one. You said what? You can only pray. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna pray on nobody's demise, Jermaine. Okay, so anyway, a teen posted a YouTube video alleging bragging about Erda right after shooting man. Okay, he said, gotta finish the beef. Okay, so this is the team right here. Did I tell you these kids and these damn young people are just going crazy, okay? And that's on everything. I'll show y'all him. Okay, so anyway, Jathan Maxwell was unalived in a shooting in Indiana in July. A teen has been charged with the murder. I think this is the dude who was unalived right here. That's the dude that was unalived, okay? An Indiana man has been arrested in connection with the murder months after he allegedly shared social media posts, including a YouTube video referring to the crime. The victim, 20-year-old Jathan Maxwell, was shot and unalived in Fort Wayne, Indiana, on July the 25th. All right. Following a months-long investigation, police charged Cameron Kizer Jr., 19, with the murder in connection with the unaliving. Okay. Now, court documents obtained by WANE and 21 Alive News allege Cameron Kizer made posts on social media seemingly in reference to the unaliving. On one social media account, which is not specified by the outlets, he posted the phrase "headshot" right after the shooting took place, per court documents. He also posted a YouTube video of himself rapping, allegedly making reference to ending a beef. He said, "I gotta finish the beef they started. You get a low on bro, then call me." That's what he rapped in the video. All right. And that's per an affidavit cited by the outlets. Now, investigators spoke with a witness who claimed Kizer had allegedly made threats against Maxwell on social media up until a week before the killing. So this is Cameron Kizer right here, the dude who shot the one that I showed you in the beginning of this video. Put my shirt down, man. Looking tripped out. Now, Kisner allegedly told police he had gotten into an altercation with the victim a few days before the shooting. Per 21 Alive, he also allegedly messaged 2 witnesses on Instagram claiming he wanted to unalive Maxwell per court documents. Yeah, that's crazy, okay? That is crazy as ever. I don't know what to say. I mean, plain and ridiculous. I mean, what kind of beef did they get into where he felt like he needed to unalive this young dude? Let's read a couple of these comments. Somebody said, well, you are about to be someone's girlfriend now. Answer. Somebody said, at least he helped solve his own case. Good job, young man. Only if they could start telling on themselves before the actual incident. Right. Then he do it and then tell on himself on social media. How stupid. Somebody said this young generation sees snitching as a way of life now. They will snitch before the crime and they will do it after. And for what? To see how tough they are when you know they are dumb for doing it. This generation is way out of control. These parents know the signs if something is wrong with their kids, but unsure how to solve it. Okay. Somebody else said he wasted his life, plus he wasted the other. He wasted his life and he ended the other dude's life. Somebody said, what a lost-minded individual. Well, now while he's in prison, his BOOTY becomes the beef. Okay. Another person said the younger generation is absolutely not that bright. It's not just the younger generation, it's the older one too, because you got a lot of old ass people doing crazy stuff too. What are you talking about? That's where they're learning it from, the older people. You got, like I said before in many videos, you got old ass dudes 40 and 50 years old up on social media calling women bitchs, saying they're gonna F up somebody, they're gonna take them out to the park, to the desert, to wherever. You know, they're gonna do this, do that. Old ass dudes. And then you wonder why the young dudes be doing certain things, because they're looking at these old ass clowns up on social media out in the street doing the most. All right. They say in 1980 there were 10 to 100,000 homicides. As of 2023, it was maybe 6 to 100,000. Okay. Somebody says first video in prison would be you lube and YouTube. Okay. All right. So anyway, my condolences are expressed out to this young man's family and friends and anybody who knew him, and my prayers are sending out to them as well. And you know, hopefully justice is served against this young man. He had no reason, in my opinion, to unalive this guy. He's just plainly crazy over beef. Then he gets a stupid ass up there and talk about it and then rap about it. That's crazy. A shot in the head. That's stupid. Why even say anything? And then somebody says self-snitching. What drugs did mothers do to contribute to this behavior? Then somebody else came back and said, no, don't blame the mom all the time. I'm doing my part raising my boys well. Shh, I'm teaching them the right path. If they want to go down the wrong path, that's on them. Sometimes parents do play a role. A lot of times the parents play a role in how their kids act. And then sometimes parents do everything they can do and their kids still, choose the wrong path. I just think parents need to focus on being a good parent, being there for their kids and try to guide them, on the right path and go from there, period. That's all you can really do. And if you see them going on the wrong path, you need to do what you need to do. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, so y'all tell me what y'all think about that story. Let's give you guys one more fuckery news story, then we are getting ready to get out of here today. Let me see what else I got here. If I have another one. Because I may have told y'all everything. Let's see. So let me tell y'all this. It's a 14-year-old little boy who told a 14-year-old girl that I'm going to unalive you, okay? Let me just tell y'all about that real quick. And that'll be the last effery type news story that we have heard. And not because the person got unalived, but because of what the person did. Or who the person who did it, what they were thinking. Okay. So anyway, this is a little girl. Well, I'm not going to show her anyway. A 14-year-old girl in Texas was allegedly Gunned down by a classmate of hers, with cops saying he shot the teen 2 times in the back as she tried to run away from him, and 2 more times after she fell to the ground, following a verbal dispute on their school bus. Okay, he went home, he put on all black, put on a black mask, and came back and called my baby's name, and he shot my baby 4 times. That's what the mom said. The godmom, I'm sorry. Okay, or either the mom. Anyway, this little girl was unalived on March the 21st. Okay, in the city of Baytown, which is 25 miles east of Houston. They said she tried to turn around and run, and he shot her twice in the back. Okay, that was according to her cousin, actually. And then when she fell, he shot her 2 more times. Now, this 13-year-old suspect, who has not been identified by police due to his age, allegedly got into a heated disagreement with this little girl on their school bus earlier in the day. The children attended Baytown Junior School, part of the Goose Creek Consolidated Independent School District. Stanford told local CBS outlet KHOU that the boy allegedly threatened this little girl before the shooting. They said, I was told that he told the little girl, when I get on the bus, when I get out the bus, I'm going to unalive you today. She said that after getting home from school that day, the little girl asked if she could go outside to see her little sister and play at a playground in their apartment complex. She never told anyone about the altercation or anything. Now, Joseph Zachary, the little girl's father, told KHOU that the details surrounding the altercation between his daughter and the shooter are not clear at the moment. They are telling me it's a school thing. I'm not sure what it is, he said. But I know I came here yesterday and my child was laying unalive in the parking lot. Now, according to a press release from the Baytown Police Department, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex in the 4600 block of Village Lane on March the 21st after receiving reports of a shooting at the playground. Upon arrival, they found a female teen near the playground with a you-know-what wound. That's what cops said, I'm sorry. Officers immediately began life-saving measures until medics arrived, and she was transported to a local hospital where she was later pronounced unalive. Now, a female bystander who was at the playground with her child and had been holding her baby at the same time also sustained an injury from the fired rounds, according to BPD officials. Both the female bystander and her baby were taken to the hospital for evaluations and were later cleared of any injuries. The teen suspect was located and taken into custody at the Harris County Juvenile Detention Center, where he was being held on a charge of murder, and that was on Monday. The case remains under investigation as cops probe whether anything else may have led to the shooting. Okay, so yeah, that is a damn shame. It's really a tragic incident, like they wrote in here, and it's always a tragic incident when a child is unalive. And I don't understand how kids be thinking about doing this type of stuff at such a young age. You know what I'm saying? Please, you mean to tell me that disagreement was that intense that he felt like he needed to go put on all black, a black mask, and then go out there and unalive this girl? That's crazy. Somebody said he needs to be tried as an adult. As sad as that sounds, this was premeditated. This was not an act of passion or a physical altercation that escalated. Sorry, y'all. This was, I am going to, you today, and he did that later on that day. I think he does need to be tried as an adult as well, but in a juvenile facility. It's crazy, y'all. It's just crazy. Why would he get so mad when he felt like he needed to do that? And also his home life should be evaluated at the same time. Where did he learn this behavior from? Where did he get the weapon? Okay, period. You got him dressing up in all black so he can go ahead and do this. But again, let me stress this again. These kids be learning this stuff from grown-ups, whether it's on TV, on YouTube, out in the streets or whatever. They be sitting up here. You got weirdos dressing up in all black on YouTube trying to act like they gangster. Okay, then you got kids watching this foolishness. So, I mean, it is what it is. Until people start holding themselves themselves as accountable and start making better choices and start being a better role model, and parents start doing their jobs, this is what's going to happen, period. You say he deserves to be tried as an adult, right? Right, he does, but still put in a juvenile facility, but be charged as an adult and never gets able to be out of jail because he ended that little girl's life, so his should be taken, and be incarcerated until his life is over. Point blank. All right? And somebody said if he was bad and bold enough to unalive someone, then guess what? His name should be blasted in the news and he should be made to serve a life sentence. I said the same thing, okay? Because his behavior will not get better. He don't need to get out at 21 or 20 something. He needs to be his ass incarcerated for life. And that's why I said he should be charged as an adult. He ended this little girl's life right here. He ended her life, okay? Over foolishness, over nothing. Shot her in the back. She was trying to run away, and he shot her. Then when he shot her and she fell down, this little demon went back and shot her again. So he definitely needs his ass whooped. That's the first thing. And he definitely needs to be incarcerated for the rest of his life, tried as an adult, but still in a juvenile facility, period. That's what needs to happen. And I hope they do. All right? And I hope they do. Does not even make any sense at all. Let me see this little girl in close up. She was a cutie pie too. A damn shame. Let me show y'all again. Rest in peace, little angel, okay? And my condolences and prayers. My condolences and prayers are sending out to her parents, her friends, her schoolmates and stuff. And my prayers are sending out to them as well. And may she rest in peace. Little kids, that doesn't make any sense. Damn. All right. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's all the fuckery news that I'm going to give you guys. Everything else, I think I covered everything for this week. I really do. I'm just looking through my videos. I wish I had some happy news to tell you guys. Let me re-clarify something for you, though. So Zelle did close down its app, but if you go through your bank, Zelle is still there. Just to clarify that, because it is an article saying Zelle used by 150 million, shuts down its app. They shut down their app, if it does not go through a bank account. All right. So if you got Zelle through your Bank of America or Wells Fargo or any other bank, you can still use it. Okay. All right. Did I tell y'all that story about the dad who left his 3 kids at the McDonald's? Did I tell y'all about that? Okay. Let me tell y'all about that real quick, and then we're gonna get ready to get out of here. I thought I did tell you guys about that. I probably forgot. So a dad left his 3 kids at McDonald's, at a McDonald's playground, claimed he was going to a job interview. Cop said, okay, we get ready to go. It took us 10 minutes to get there. I'm not put on clothes. I'm just going like this because I'm coming back. Then I'm going to come back and get dressed. You could just pull it. Well, not yet. Just let me know when y'all get ready to go out the door. Okay? I'm just going just like this. Drop y'all on. Okay, so a 24-year-old father in Georgia was arrested for allegedly leaving his 3 children, ages 10, 6, and 1, unattended at a McDonald's fast food restaurant for just under 2 hours while he walked to a job interview. Chris Lewis was taken into custody last week and charged with deprivation of a minor. However, Lewis' arrest has sparked controversy, with some believing there was no excuse to possibly place his children in harm's way, while others, include at least one former NFL star, have sided with the father of 3 for seemingly doing the best he could to provide for his family under different circumstances. Now, according to a report from the Augusta Press, authorities on March the 22nd responded to the McDonald's in the 2900 block of Washington Road in Augusta. The restaurant has an indoor playground for children on the grounds. A witness called authorities after seeing Lewis leaving his children alone and walk away from the establishment at about 4:30 p.m., per the report. He allegedly left the kids, returned, and then left again. Upon arriving at the scene, first responders reportedly located the children, who were unharmed. They waited until about 6:18 p.m. when Lewis arrived back at the McDonald's. When questioned by the police, Lewis reportedly explained that he and his children had walked from his nearby apartment to the restaurant before his job interview. Not having a car and not wanting to make his children walk back home so he could attend the interview, Lewis allegedly left them unattended in the playground area and walked to the interview. Now, the children's mother was called to pick up the kids, and Lewis was taken into custody and booked at the Richmond County Jail. He has since been released, online records show. All right. Anyway, the story of Lewis' arrest spread quickly, eventually making its way to former Pittsburgh Steelers superstar wide receiver Antonio Brown, who decided to start a GoFundMe page for Lewis. He said, "Story caught me by surprise. A dad just trying to find a way to make money for his family. I know he shouldn't just leave his children, but some people don't have the means for babysitting. This GoFundMe is set in place to help this man. I have spoken with GoFundMe, and they will get the funds to Chris and his family. I haven't spoken to Chris yet, but I hope to do so soon." Now, as of Wednesday afternoon, the page, which is titled "Pursuit of Happiness," has raised more than $46,000 with donations from more than 1,400 people, including a $1,000 donation from Brown. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? Jermaine said you just can't leave. You can't leave your kids unattended, but kudos to the brother for trying to provide for his kids. Okay, the thing is, okay, if you call the mom to pick up the kids once you got arrested, why wasn't the mom called before he left them at the playground to go to an interview? And just say, even if you couldn't, the mom was at work too. Sorry, y'all. How about you go ask one of the McDonald's employees, can you watch them? Or the manager, because you don't have nobody to babysit. You need to go on the interview because you're trying to find a job. I mean, all they can say is no. That's all they can say. But I know what he did. He tried to sneak out, then this little person watching had to go run and call the police. Let's keep it real. He probably told the kids not to leave the playground, not to talk to anybody or anything else. But in today's world, you can't do that because people would easily see these kids by themselves and then try to con them into leaving with them. So you just can't do it. And I give props to him too. Hold on for a minute, y'all. I give props to him too for trying to take care of his kids. Okay, but at the same time, we still can't do things to put them in a harmful situation. Okay, guys, simple as that. You just can't, because anybody could have came in there, like I said, and encouraged those kids to leave. They could have pretended like they had candy or anything. Okay, so you can't do that. But I hope he does not lose custody of them or anything. Hopefully he does not spend no time in jail, because I think he just made a mistake and just did not know. Now, I don't know why he left the second time. So they didn't say, because he left the first time, then came back and left again. I don't know why he left the second time, but maybe after the first time he saw that everything was working good and he went and left again and did whatever else he had to do. But like I said, you cannot leave your kids at home by themselves when they're underage, or even if they're of age but they don't know what to do. You can't leave them at home by themselves, and you certainly can't leave them in restaurants unattended and things like that. The most he could have done is went up there and asked the manager and just explained to the manager he didn't have a babysitter, and it wouldn't take him that long. That's the most he could have done. Somebody said grandparents used to drop their kids off to the library for 3 to 4 hours sometimes. Hindsight, he probably had something to do. I was about 10 and my siblings were 5 and 7. Never a problem. The workers knew, but the workers knew. And your grandmother probably told the workers, just like he should have told the McDonald's people. Okay? Period. I mean, I have dropped my kids, not when they was on 7, 5, and 10, but I have dropped my kids off at the library to go there and read. They were like, one of them was like, a teenager and stuff like that, But you got to tell the people at the library or the kid, you can ask the manager at McDonald's. I don't know if the manager would have did it, but, if he went to that McDonald's all the time, they might would have did it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said at least he was trying to get a job. But he probably thought it was okay because the other child was 10. Okay. But again, I think the child is still too young to stay there at the McDonald's. Okay. So he had a child when he was 14. Okay. At least he trying, like I said before. And that's where I'm going to leave that at. and hopefully he does not lose custody. I am glad that the Pittsburgh Steelers dude, former Pittsburgh Steelers dude, Antonio Brown, I'm glad he did do the GoFundMe. He donated $1,000. So this dude can, use that to help take care of his kids and get babysitting for them if he has to go for another interview. And hopefully he does not get no serious charge where he lose custody or anything like that. And I'm still asking the question about the mom, point blank. Okay, so that is going to be it, you guys, for our fuckery news today and our fuckery Saturday show. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll be back on Monday unless something major happened. All right, and we have a good show again for you guys on Monday. Y'all make sure y'all check out my newest Dollar Tree haul once I put it up, and check out my Country Rain reaction video once I put that up, and check out all my other videos that I have, and make sure you thumbs it up. All right, so again, do not forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content today. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe below. If I can ever get to the thing, and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And make sure you share, and I got to pay this, and leave a comment as well, okay? Make sure you leave a comment as well, okay, guys? All right, let me take this on now. And thank you, Jermaine. Thanks to Jermaine for being here, like always, doing the most, like always. Thank you so much, Jermaine. And thank you to Young Riz for stopping by, Most Hated Bronze for stopping by, showing support. And I think I got everybody over here, and everybody in the bushes, and everybody who watches this in the replay. You guys have a very blessed weekend. Enjoy, like I told y'all before, take some time to enjoy your weekend as well and have some fun. And don't forget, you can show continued support by copying yourself a membership for $4.99, doing a super sticker or a super chat. You can do that anytime, I believe, or a cash out to $Shades too. And you certainly can do this even if you watch the replay. All right, and thank you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a blessed weekend. And I will be putting up reaction videos over the weekend too. All right. Yeah, he was here. I said Riz. I said thank you, Young Riz. I said that up there for stopping by. Okay. I already said thank you, Young Riz. I see it right there. See? All right. All right, y'all. See y'all later. See you later, porcupine stinking ass here. And yes, I did, clown. Go back and rewind and listen. Can't nobody tell you any damn thing. You don't listen. All right. Just like a lot of other people don't listen. I said thank you to Young Riz. I just said it really fast for stopping by. Go. Okay, Nick, boy, let me remind you because you can't tell your ass shit. All right. I'm sick of you talking all the time. Hold on. Listen to this. Just like this. Okay, so a 24-year-old father. Oh no, let me just go up some. Leave and enjoy. Like I told you before, take some time to enjoy your weekend as well and have some fun. And don't forget, you can show continued support by copying yourself a membership for $4.99, doing a super sticker or a super chat. You can do that anytime, I believe, or a cash out to $Shades too. You certainly can do this even if you watch the replay. All right, and thank you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a blessed weekend. And I will be putting up. Oh, let me go back somewhere. It's too far. It's too close. All right. Watch the replay. All right. Let's go back. Thank you guys. Okay, so I'll see you guys on Monday. It's hard putting this back. And I will be putting up. Oh, let me go back somewhere. It's too far. It's too damn. Hold on, y'all. Let me do it. Let's go back. It's hard putting this back. Oh man, I cannot get this thing back. Oh man, I cannot get this thing back. This damn red cursor is annoying. Hold on, y'all. What's happening is this damn bar is coming open. Hold on, y'all. What's happening is this damn thing keep on coming. Bar is coming open. Hold on, let me see if I can rewind this. This damn thing keep on coming. Let me see something, y'all. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Let me see if I can rewind this. Let me see if I can rewind this damn phone, man. Okay, let's see. Oh man, hold on. I haven't spoken to Chris yet, but I hope to do so soon. Now, as of Wednesday afternoon, the page, which is titled "Pursuit of Happiness," has raised more than 46,000 with donations. We're gonna listen from here because I cannot. It's not gonna let me do it. I'm gonna do it from here. Just listen, because you can't tell this dude nothing. So remember, he said this. Remember, he said that. You just can't leave. You can't leave your kids unattended. But kudos to the brother for trying to provide for his kids. Okay, the thing is, okay, if you call the mom to pick up the kids once you got because I got to arrested, why wasn't? Let me see if I can move it up a little bit. What? You probably told the kids not to leave the playground. You don't tell me what to do, dude. I'm gonna prove you wrong like always. Let me tell y'all men shit. Always doing the most like always. Thank you so much, Jermaine. And thank you to Young Riz for stopping by. I thought I didn't say thank you to Young Riz for stopping by. Huh? Wigger? I thought I didn't say it. You don't know what the hell you talking about, dude. Let's play it again. I'm glad he did do the GoFundMe. So this dude, use that to help take care of his kids and get babysitting for them if he has to go for another interview. And hopefully he does not get no serious charges. I'm sick of you, Jermaine. I'm gonna edit something that quick. I'm still asking a question about the money. I'm gonna block this dude, y'all. He up here trolling big time. Today, Saturday show. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stinking ass. Yeah, he made me walk right into that one, y'all. You think he's slick? Yeah, you got me on that one right there, playing with me in here. Somebody edit that out. You should be ashamed of yourself. Well, you are a trip. You said I didn't say it, though. I don't care. Trolling ass. You remember the troll, Jermaine. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe below. Stinking ass. Like never get to the thing. And hit that bell notifications. We're going to hear that again, though, because I know you let me walk right into this one. And make sure you share. And stinking ass, dude. And leave a comment as well, okay? Anyway, dude, I had to pull it up on my phone and go rewind. All right, let me take this on down. Okay, shut your mouth up. We already seen it. Thank you, Jermaine. Thanks to Jermaine for being here. I'm gonna take that thank you back. The most, like always. Thank you so much, Jermaine. And thank you to Young Riz for stopping by. Ugly ass, trying to lie. So, boy, so shut up, because I see you a big liar. You like to play these little games, dude. Stinking ass. Okay. So anyway, guys, I got to ignore this clown right here. He's so damn silly, it's ridiculous. You know, trolling ass. You're a troll, man. All right, you know what? That's why Duke gonna lose today. All right, you like to play games, okay? Now, what you gotta say about that? Duke is losing today, okay? And when Shay say that, that's what's gonna happen. And don't be mad, because you should have did this, what you just did, all right? Stinking ass. So you just be careful. But anyway, y'all, let me get on out of here. Y'all have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday, unless something major happens, with some more updates about Co Gotti. And I'm gonna put a video up too with that song on it, Oh Lord, like I said before. And y'all go cop that, download it or whatever the case is, buy it on Spotify or wherever it's at, Duke ain't gonna do shit. All right. They're gonna get their ass whooped. So get ready to be sad, all right. And y'all, I'll give y'all updates on everything. Y'all be easy if there is any updates. It's just whatever, okay? So until Monday, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in my next live. Stinking ass Jermaine. Stinking ass. All right, let's turn this music up. I'm gonna slap the shit out this dude when I see him. And when I see you, I'm gonna slap you. All right? And that's on everything.